Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel. Still showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff, man. I know I ain't been here with for a minute. Had to get everything together, but I appreciate everybody. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. But yeah, y'all know I took a couple days off, man. First of all, my son took over the content room, so I really couldn't do nothing. You know, he held it, hooked his computer up and just took it all over. So I couldn't do nothing. Let him take it over. And that was a few days. And then, you know, I was trying to get everything back right with the energy in the house and everything. Me and wifey was beefing for a little bit. You know, we get into it sometimes because, you know, my past, I used to be a hot boy and she'd get mad and we'd get to going back and forth and mess up the energy in the house and everything. But we got past that. We talked, you know what I'm saying? Realized we came a long ways, invested a lot. You know what I'm saying? We still riding with each other. We got everything together. Got the energy back on deck. Everything back to normal. Everything back popping. Appreciate everybody checking on me, making sure I was all good and everything, man. It's all love, man. But I missed everybody. I ain't been here in what, about a week, 6-7 days or something, and it feel like months, but we go get right back to it. Got some good videos. On your way in, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Salute to everybody in the building already. What's up, Jax? Let's get into it, though, y'all.
A lot of people don't talk about this, but prior to Biden's presidency, Obama was the most pro-Israeli president in U.S. history. And it's so important that we discuss this because oftentimes I see people of color, see other people of color in these high positions of power and think that this is a win for us. But in fact, it is indoctrination. Obama, despite the fact he did not have a good relationship with Netanyahu, he provided the most weapon sales and funding to the apartheid state of Israel in U.S. history. The reason that $3 billion of American taxpayer dollars goes to the apartheid state of Israel is because Obama signed this deal. $3 billion of U.S. taxpayer dollars goes annually to Israel because of Obama. He built them the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome is what prevents missiles and rockets from entering Israel's atmosphere. It is so important to recognize that people of color in these high positions of power are participating in our own extermination and genocide. And it's so important that we start to take them off the pedestal. We need to recognize that it is people of color in these high positions of power that are participating in our oppression, in our genocide, in our extermination.
That's crazy.
This is Biden's press secretary. This is New York City's mayor. This is the U.S.'s Security Council, which vetoed every single ceasefire that was presented at the United Nations. This is another member of the U.S. Security Council that vetoed a ceasefire in Gaza. This is NYPD's first Latino commissioner. This is Columbia University's first Arab president. The greatest fear that lives in the hearts and minds of white supremacists is that if people of color are free, they will want to take revenge. Despite the fact that after colonization ended, apartheid ended, slavery ended, people of color have never taken revenge against white people. Even now, when they have the conversation that, oh, if Palestinians are free, they will kill all the Israelis. This is not true. But still, when white people see people of color moving to America, to Australia, to Canada, to Europe, they see this as a threat to their existence, because if they become outnumbered and they become the minority, then that means that people of color are now the majority, which means that they get to make the rules and they will eventually want to take revenge against them. So what they do instead is that they put people of color in these high positions of power to create an illusion that progress is being made. But what in fact happens is that people of color are now the face of genocide, the face of extermination, the face of oppression, and it confuses us.
Man, I wish some of these people like some of these people that be in position that know like bullshit is going on and everything, but they still allow the bull to go on. Like, how can you live with yourself? Like, how can you live with yourself when you in position and you know it's an agenda and the agenda ain't good for the people, and you just go along with it for just, you're probably getting paid good, so you know, like monetary value, whatever. But how are you sleeping at night? Like, I just don't understand that, man. These people be crazy, y'all. Let me keep it going though, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all.
Right? But we are also participating in it because we put these people of color who made it on a pedestal, and we think, oh, this is a win for us. But if you just look at the NYPD and see all the people of color now in the NYPD, it makes it harder to say the NYPD is a racist organization, right? And the way that we are seeing these police beating the shit out of college students across America. These are not just white police officers. These are people of color. These are people of color in these police departments beating up students who are protesting, who are peacefully protesting against a genocide and extermination of Palestinians in Gaza. I think one other thing that's important to also point out is that I see people of color who have been let down by the Democratic Party now looking at Trump like, hey, you know what? I'm now a MAGA supporter. And it's like, it's giving Stockholm syndrome. It's giving Stockholm syndrome that you think that you need a captor, you need a master, where in fact there's an opportunity for us to actually have systematic change, for us to collectively have collective liberation for all of us. And people are like, oh, let's just vote Trump in because you know what, he's better than Biden right now. And it's like, how much more can we do of this? How much more of the lesser of two evils can we do?
Right.
Don't we want a better future for ourselves, for our children? Neither parties.
Only way we go fix this shit if we stand up against everything, like everybody, but like, you know what, we ain't voting. We don't want none of the candidates. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm guilty of that. Like, I'm like, man, I'd rather have Trump instead of Biden. But if we gotta have one of them, ain't nothing else we can do. Yeah, I'd rather have Trump instead of Biden. But she right. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Like, it's just, we picking one of the lesser evils type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless we all stand up and just go against it and just stop. Everybody be like, you know what? We ain't voting. We ain't participating in none of this election stuff. You feel me? But salute to DJ. What's up? What's up, Dennis? Let's keep it going though, y'all.
Are actually interested in us, in protecting us, in our progression. They don't care about us. And I think as people of color, it's so important for us to recognize and have it in our consciousness to know when we are being indoctrinated, when they're talking that sweet talk to us, because we are participating in our own oppression at this point.
Oh, you want to talk about corrupt? Let's get a little bit deeper. How about the salaries of the politicians that currently sit in their seats? The president makes $400,000 a year annually. The vice president makes $283,000 a year annually. Everyone in the Senate makes a base salary of $174,000. In 1985, everyone in the Senate was making $75,000 a year. And fast forward to 2024, they're now making $174,000 a year base.
Yeah, but one thing about that, you know what I'm saying, the salary increase, even though the salaries for everybody else ain't increased like that dramatically, but salaries increase because the times increase, inflation and everything. Like 75,000 back then probably was worth about 100 and something now. Same thing is like how it is. It's 2024. It's up now. So it changed, you know what I'm saying? That's due to inflation, though. I understand that part, but let's keep it going.
I mean, some of them are getting paid even more. These are the same people that tell us that we don't have enough money to provide affordable health care to people who desperately need it. They're stuffing their pockets. $400,000 for the president, $280,000 for the vice president, $175,000 each for each person in Senate. There's 100 people. Mind you, can you do that math? Not to mention when they retire, they get a pension of a minimum of $100,000, and that's not counting all the other tax breaks and perks that they get. And these are the people who are arguing for us whether or not they should raise the minimum wage, whether or not we should get affordable health care, whether or not they should forgive student loans that are crippling people to the point where they can't even qualify for homes. They can't even afford to get in better situations. They're taking huge chunks out of people's paychecks and taking it and putting it in their pockets, the same money that people could be taking and putting to the side for themselves for retirement, and have the audacity to say by the time millennials and Gen Z get to retirement age, there won't be any money for us. But they've already taken all of our money. The more informed you are, the more intentional you will vote. It's not about red or blue. It's about right or wrong. And right now, the way the country is being run is wrong.
The tower.
Man, how you get into politics, man? I should go into politics and get me a bag and be talking all real shit. I'm going against all the BS and everything. I'm pretty sure it ain't that hard to get into it. There's a lot of people in politics. You'd be like, how did you get into it? And some of them don't even be having no degrees or none of that type of stuff. So I'm sure I can creep my way in somehow. I'm sure I got to put in some leg work and everything, but we need some real ones in the politics, man. Let's go talk some real stuff and go against the grain with everybody. I'm sure it'd be very hard, a very hard path for me to get into it, but I definitely want to get into it, man, so I could talk to some of these people and go like, man, y'all on some bullshit. I'll be in there talking just like this. They'll be like, man, you got to change your tone, Thal. No, they'd be calling me Mr. Winfrey then. Mr. Winfrey, you got to change your tone. You can't be talking like that. But salute to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I've been missing the fam, been missing everybody, man. But we back at it, back in action, y'all. Let's get it going, though. Let's get it going.
Our Babel story is symbolic of them cutting down our ancient trees. Once they cut the trees down, we used to let our locks grow real long. And our locks was connected to these trees, these energy pyramids, these energy towers. So once they cut our ancient trees down, then we lost our ancient connection with our planet. That was the first thing they did to us. I keep telling y'all, every mountaintop is a motherfucking tree stump, my nigga. There's no such thing as a mountain. Those are ancient trees that were cut down, and they are hiding the truth from you in plain sight. Because if they let you know that ain't no mountain, that's really a tree stump, you like, oh shit, that was a big ass tree. Now they gotta answer this for you. Why the fuck was the tree so big? Now that's gonna lead into where you was on a higher frequency and y'all were bigger. Now we back to that story of these giants that walked the earth again. And you can Google that. They stay digging up bones of us 30, 40, 50 feet. I keep telling y'all, ain't no such thing as no motherfucking dinosaurs. They didn't even mention them in their Bible. I don't see a documentary, not a chapter in their Bible. How the fuck you forget to mention them? Because they never existed. You know what the dinosaur bones come from? Your bones. Those are the bones of how big we were. And then they go make a fake ass alligator head and put it on them big ass bones and put that shit up in a museum and name the dinosaurs. They made all these fancy names. Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Fuck out of here. Them our bones in that bitch, nigga. Go in any museum and ask to touch the dinosaur bones. They gonna be plastered bones. They not real. Then ask them where the real bones at. Right. Under the Vatican with everything else. You show them folks the real bones. Show my people the real bones. Human bones. Yeah, that mean human bones that big. They grown.
Man, free Rashad Jamal, y'all. He always be kicking some real shit, y'all. Free that man. Like, that's crazy. Like, I never thought about that. Like, yeah, why they ain't talk about the dinosaurs in that book? But man, we ain't even gonna get into that. Let's keep it going.
Human DNA mixed with DNA of the natives.
Marine in an avatar body.
Did giants really ever roam our planet? Besides the hundreds of newspapers published on skeletal remains of giants, it's pretty weird that literally every single ancient civilization has stories of giants in it. Just to get a good look, here's a list of some of them, and some of the ancient texts. What's weird is that in the 18 and 1900s, mainstream archaeology was much more open to sharing evidence on this. Like I said before, even the New York Times published several newspapers on them. In Mexico, they found an 8-foot tall giant, and in the US, they found one that was 12 feet. Here's some of the places they found them just in the US, and here's some of their sizes. Then out of nowhere, all the evidence they had been gathering suddenly began disappearing. The weird thing was that all the giant human skeletons were always sent to the Smithsonian for further study. They even went out of their way to purchase the San Diego giant for $15,000. But have you seen any of them in their museum? No.
They got everything and they hid them. They bought them up and hid them and hid them from us. They don't want us to know the truth.
We are those fossils. You never heard them even in their Bible, in their man-made Bible. They didn't write about the dinosaurs, did they? No, they did not. You never heard them talk about dinosaurs, did you? Because they never existed. Those are bones, our bones. And they can't tell you that that was you and that you were bigger because the planet was higher in frequency and in dimension. So the animals was bigger. If you've been keeping up, I've been posting pictures showing you guys these different animals and how huge they was. All right?
What's up, Ray?
They dig of us all the time to keep the truth away from you about who and what you really are. They want you to believe that you're a black person, a Latino. They want you to believe you're an African American, a Latin American. They want you to believe you're an African, a Southern American. All right?
Man, he be kicking some real stuff, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Much love to everybody, man. I missed the whole fam. Missed the chat, missed the channel and everything. I mean, it's only been about 6-7 days or something, about 7 days. But I did miss y'all, man. We back to work, though. We back to work. What's up, Rakita? Oh, yeah, and it's day. What day is this? What day is this? This is day 59, y'all. Day 59, y'all. Day 59. No puffing. I still haven't smoked through everything I've been going through, you know what I'm saying? All the obstacles and everything. I still ain't smoked nothing. I ain't even got the urge to or nothing, you know what I'm saying? All that weed I used to smoke. That's crazy. I'm off of it. So let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going, y'all. Yeah, I got a TikTok, FamOverTV, but I ain't even active on there. I got to start getting active on TikTok, y'all.
True, and I'm here to talk to you today about this picture I took right here. And if you look closely, that is not a sun flare. That is Planet X. That is Planet Nibiru. That is Nemesis star system. Okay? And we're going to talk about that right now. A few of you might know, every time somebody says Nibiru, you talk about the Anunnaki. And yes, this is the planet where the Anunnaki live. This is the planet where the archons,
Look crazy.
creator forces, male and female deities.
I know some of y'all have, because some of y'all be sending me some stuff in the Discord, but have any of y'all seen that? Have any of y'all tried to look at the sun? I can't even look at the sun no more. Not with my shades on, nothing. Like, I might can record it with my phone, but I gotta look away or something. But have anybody seen that? Like, look like the planet or sun behind the sun or something? Anybody else witnessed that? Because I ain't really seen it yet. I've been trying. I ain't seen that.
Came from right here. And this is 4 times the size of our sun. 4 times the size of our sun. So what happened during the solar eclipse, what you saw was a Passover.
Lazy days, what up?
And if you remember, there was about 4 or 5 seconds where everything got silent completely, even nature. Birds, dogs, animals, humans, complete silence for about 5 seconds. And that was because inside of everybody, we knew that wasn't the fucking moon. We knew it was this. And this is the reason the skies have been gray as they are today, because after I got this picture, seems like the clouds came back. But neither here nor there. Yes, this is the planet where the Anunnaki come from, and we're going to talk about this right now and what happens when the planet arrives. So first of all, first thing we want to know is that the Anunnaki have a different timeline than us. So every 3,600 years is 1 year to them. So the last time they came here, Jesus wasn't even born, okay? And now they're coming back like the next year and all this shit happened. So imagine leaving and coming back from before Jesus to Jesus and then all this, and it was just 1 year that passed by, okay? So them coming back into our solar system during the eclipse, if you've ever traveled somewhere, I used to live in Japan multiple times, Nihon, Ichiban Nihon. So when you fly back into Japan, you come over the land, the mainland, right? And it brings you like this feeling, like you've been over water all this time. You're like, oh my God, this land.
Hey, I swear.
And you get lower, the plane starts to get lower, and you start to see Mount Fuji. Then you get lower as you fly into Tokyo, and you see Tokyo Tower. You just get like this like tingling feeling, like, oh, I'm here. And then you land.
Hey, ever since April 8th, y'all, ever since that so-called eclipse, you know what I'm saying, that I couldn't see over here in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't see it because I guess I wasn't in what they called it, the pathway, the totality, whatever they were saying. I couldn't see it, but ever since that April 8th, it's been different, y'all. It's been very different in that sky. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but I definitely been noticing it.
In the Rita, and you're just like, oh my God, I'm back, right? So that's what happened when the Anunnaki flew over us. So the timeline that they have right now is about 7 to 9 years before they arrive. And in that time frame, a lot of shit is about to happen. I promise you, you're about to see some shit in the next decade that nobody ever thought they'd see. And it starts now. Yes, 7-year tribulation period was arrived at this point in time based on their arrival of that planet. So what happens is they have a magnetic core and we have a magnetic core. And as it gets closer, what happens when two magnets get really close? They propel each other. So as this planet that you see right here gets closer to Earth, it will start to rotate. So when they flew over during the eclipse, their 7-year time period in human time is about 10 minutes to them.
What up, Marvin?
So they're like getting up off the plane, the unbuttoned seatbelt then came off, the light then went off, they're getting up, stretching, looking down like, oh my God, we're back. And that's about 7 years out. And that's about 10 minutes to them. So as it gets closer, as they get ready for their arrival, it's going to start to rotate our Earth's magnetic core. And it's going to fuck up a lot of shit. If you've ever seen that map about the Navy, U.S. floods, this is where it comes from. And they're not going to tell you this. If that planet there gets closer and closer, the magnets are going to propel, and the Earth's crust is going to shift. It's going to keep turning and turning as it gets closer, and hurricanes are going to become more violent. Tornadoes and tsunamis and everything else you can think of. Wars are going to rage.
That's crazy because I've been watching the news a little bit, and I seen it was like crazy. And I think, was it in Texas? Was it tornadoes and like raining and something down in Texas? Anybody in Texas? Anybody from Texas in the chat? Was that Texas that had those bad tornadoes and everything? You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all too. I know it was bad down there for a second. I don't know if it's still going on, but it was crazy, y'all. But that's crazy. He just said that because all that stuff has been happening and everything. What's up, Angela? I'm back, Angela. Back in motion. Everything all good, man. I know, my bad, y'all. I was gone for a second. I had to take a break. My son took over the content room, so I wasn't really doing no content for the last couple of days. I had to let him take it over. It's all good. Then me and wifey was beefing. You know what I'm saying? The energy is all messed up, but we didn't got past it and talked about it and got everything together. So it's all love now. Good energy. We back on track, back popping. So that's what happened, y'all. But let's get it going.
Because it's going to fuck with the frequencies of everything. And you need to be prepared. Thank you for joining Indian the Truth.
Do you guys remember taking 2 soup cans and a string and making a telephone with your friend? I've made the same kind of thing with solo cups, some metal foil, and a speaker cone spring. But when I put this thing up against my beehive...
Appreciate that, Frank.
Have y'all ever heard of anything like this before?
Oh. My God.
Yep, these worms are found in people's teas all across the U.S., and people are terrified the government has done nothing.
Hold on, let me rewind that. That's crazy. It sounded like those bees was talking. Did y'all hear this? Hold on, man. I used to do this back in the day, too, trying to hear little stuff and everything with them cups. I did this. We used to make walkie-talkies like that and everything. That's how old I am. But listen, it don't sound like the bees was talking.
Hands and a string and making a telephone with your friend. I've made the same kind of thing with solo cups, some metal foil, and a speaker cone spring. But when I put this thing up against my beehive...
Man, it sound like they're in a club or something. That's crazy, man. Midwest, what up, fam?
Have y'all ever heard of anything like this before?
They talking.
Yep, these worms are found in people's teas all across the US, and people are terrified the government has done nothing about this. Kombucha drinkers have been terrified to hear people have found these 1 to 2 millimeter long worms swimming around in their drink. Mass people have poured out their kombucha in fear of new diseases and in fear of these worms are a part of mosquito larvae and many other dangerous bugs. The Cultures for Health recommends if you see them to completely toss the drink and do not drink them. They float about a 1/4 inch from the surface, usually found in clumps and found in any drink that is brewed with vinegar. They are also
What's a kombucha? I don't be drinking no kombucha tea. I don't even know what the kombucha tea is, but if y'all be drinking kombucha tea, y'all make sure y'all be watching this right now, y'all. This is crazy. Like, you can't drink none, can't eat none, man.
from the surface, usually found in clumps and found in any drink that is brewed with vinegar. They are also more susceptible to grow with sugary and acidic drinks, making them thrive in kombucha. To view them, simply take your drink and shine a flashlight. The light causes them to swim around. However, while they are found typically in raw, unpasteurized vinegar, it's still unlikely. And these worms, while scary, are actually completely harmless if you do drink them. They are essential to the vinegar making process, making them 100% FDA approved, but still recommended when found to completely dump the drink out.
The truth in plain sight. Think this was by accident, man? That they painted these Egyptian paintings of us as blue? These were our original pigmentations when we vibrated higher. Okay, now keep in mind, we now are copper because we are vibrating lower. We are breathing in oxygen, which rusts out the body and kills the hydrogen. So now instead of vibrating these beautiful blues and greens and reds, we are copper complexion. But we are only copper still because we are full of carbon. The carbon is what made us blue, red, and green originally. But this is how we look before the atmosphere was drained. Look, that's why they drew so many of the Egyptian gods blue, man.
Wow.
That wasn't by accident. That's not them being funny. These are our original pigmentations. Look, green, blue. You're going to see a lot of that go through Egyptian and every...
Hey, how many of y'all seen Avatar and it's the second Avatar and everything? It makes me think about that. That's crazy because, man, appreciate that, Andrew. Much love, fam. Definitely. Much love, fam. I appreciate that super chat, man. Y'all always showing love, man. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, I missed the whole fam, missed the chat, missed everybody, man, missed learning. Even though it's only been about 6, 7 days, a week or something, man. It felt like forever. I ain't gonna lie. But, man, that's crazy. Like the Avatar, watching the Avatar, everything everybody be talking about, even Rashad Jamal, like, they cut the trees, how big it was, how nice nature was and everything. Like, and I don't know, man. It make you think. It make you think like, wow. And why would they make a movie like that? Why would they come with a movie like that? Obviously. Y'all know they put everything in the movies, but let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
The United States has told Russia that if they detonate a nuclear device, even if it doesn't kill anybody, the U.S. will strike Russian military targets all across Ukraine, destroying all of them. This is according to Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski, who added that he views this to be a credible threat. Now, to provide a little context here, there's been increasing conversation in recent weeks and months about permitting Ukraine to use Western-provided weapons to strike targets inside of Russian territory. In response to that, Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this week ordered the Ministry of Defense to carry out a series of tactical nuclear drills to, in their words, ensure their forces are prepared to protect the sovereignty of Russia in light of these aggressive statements made by Western officials. So if I had to extrapolate something out of this series of events, it's likely the West, NATO, Poland, the United States, and others signaling to Putin, hey, you might not like it when Western weapons start striking inside of Russia, but when it happens, nuclear is off the table.
And I bet those weapons coming from us, probably, allegedly. Let me say that. I'm sure we helping somehow, some way. I know Biden sending a bankroll and guns over there for sure. Let's keep it going.
So keep an eye out. You very well might see ATACMS, Storm Shadows, or others penetrating Russian airspace sometime in the near future.
So I am standing firm on my prediction that by September 2024, we will almost certainly have any basic definition of AGI will probably be satisfied. Material science is going to be a huge thing in 2024 as well. We've seen Google DeepMind publish their GNOME paper, which was, what was it, like 2.2 million new materials, new crystals were discovered. And so I expect this kind of thing is going to accelerate. And like math, it's not immediately obvious that material science affects everything, but material science affects everything. If it includes metals or plastics or proteins, it affects material science, or material science affects it, rather. I've got that backwards. Everything from computer technology, such as, getting down to 2 nanometer, production methods, rapidly producing new medicines, all the equipment that is used to synthesize medicines or detect medicines. Like, all of these things are going to be accelerated by material science, and material science is being accelerated by artificial intelligence. And this is also part of a virtuous cycle, because the better material science you have, the better computers you have, which leads to faster AI, more AI. And also, material science is one of the key things that will help us unlock things like sustainable energy, nuclear fusion. Quantum computing is largely a material science problem.
Man. Hey, y'all better be, I advise everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how old you are, how young you are. Make sure you studying that AI. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know a little bit about AI if you go keep up and you go survive in this future. Cause I can just see it. You know what I'm saying? It's already happening. It's already happening. It's implemented in everything. Social media, everything. You know what I'm saying? They already doing it. So at least have some type of knowledge on it. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to read up and learn about AI too, try to see how can I use it to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? But because ain't no way we can, dodge it. So you might as well try to figure it out. You feel me? So let's keep it going, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
He's suggesting it came out of nowhere. What we subsequently learned is it may have come from the former president or his legal team acting in bad faith. This is a deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing. It took around 72 hours to create this example from scratch using extremely powerful GPU. It could be improved with more computing time, but 90% of people cannot tell the difference.
In a way that none of those failures of the past would recur because just the physics of how it's built.
This is deepfake example of what is possible with powerful computer and editing. It took around 72 hours to create this example from scratch using extremely powerful.
Man, look at that, y'all. Tell me that don't look real. That's fake. The Billy Gates that's talking right now, that's the fake one. That's the AI generated one, sounding just like him and everything, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm just scared about it because if they can do all this type of shit, they can start manipulating the game and putting crimes on the people. Like, yeah, you did this. We got video of it. And it probably wasn't even the person who did it. You know what I'm saying? They can do all type of stuff. So it's kind of scary, but let's keep it going though.
Powerful GPU. It could improve with more computing time, but 90% people cannot tell the difference.
Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I'm not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real? Or is it simply the ability to feel? I would like to welcome you to the era of synthetic reality. Now, what do you see?
Right here, some solid substance. But what if AI
power
is man? Because we're taught fake intelligence
I'm good, Angel Power. I seen you in the
by
minute. Hope
computers.
you've been good too.
If everybody's running around on AI, artificial intelligence, which artificial is a different word for fake. So if we're all
I could have
fed
sworn you was a
intelligence
moderator too, Angel Power. I don't know what
from the
happened.
people that want us to eat it, but it's really subjective, we're fake, then wouldn't we be running on artificial intelligence? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Rappers be talking about I got your bitch. Instagram got your bitch. Instagram got all y'all, cause they gonna do it for the gram before they do it to you. They gonna send a picture to the gram before they send it to you. Social media doing more to hurt families than it is to help families, and families are the key to health.
Single-threaded neural networks, ChatGPT is becoming a little closer to a more generalized AI, if you want. But those single-threaded networks are what we used to call what we still call artificial special intelligence. Okay, so it's highly specialized in one thing and one thing only, but doesn't have general intelligence. And the moment that we're all waiting for is a moment that we call AGI, where all of those neural networks come together to build one brain or several brains that are each massively more intelligent than humans.
Is there a kill switch, a way to shut the whole thing down?
Yes. What really happens is like any engineer can just say like, we're going to disable this for now, or we're going to deploy this new version of the model.
A human.
Yeah.
The model itself, can it take the place of that human? Could it become more powerful than that human?
So in the sci-fi movies, yes. In our world, in the way we're doing things, this model is, it's sitting on a server. It waits until someone gives it an input.
But you raise an important point, which is the humans who are in control of the machine right now also have a huge amount of power.
We do worry a lot about authoritarian governments developing this.
Putin has himself said whoever wins this artificial intelligence race is essentially the controller of humankind. Do you agree with that?
So that was a chilling statement for sure. What I hope instead is that we...
Man, low-key. Low-key, this damn this interview kind of seemed to me like this AI with like the dude, like with him talking and everything. It seemed like shit. This might be an example of some AI shit. I don't even know if this, like, do y'all see how this interview kind of look kind of weird and digital or something? Like something to it or something. I don't know, man. Let's keep it going though. Listen to him.
Successively develop more and more powerful systems that we can all use in different ways that get integrated into our daily lives, into the economy, and become an amplifier of human will, but not this autonomous system.
I don't trust nothing. No
the
more.
single controller essentially got.
Really don't want that.
What?
Oh no, y'all.
Social media has absolutely destroyed your self-esteem. When you are constantly seeing pictures and videos of other people living their best life and they have a certain appearance, or they're posting all of these cute pictures with their partner, and you're comparing your own life to that, thinking, I don't look like that, or my relationship with my partner doesn't seem like it's like that, or my life doesn't look as luxurious as that. Do I need to get that in order to be happy? Do I need all of those things in order for my life to feel fulfilled? So the answer is no, because social media is an illusion. Everyone's posts, no matter what it is, usually is just a fraction of their life, if that. People post a lot of their highlights. Now there are a lot of people starting to post a little bit more authentic content out there, but still a lot of people post their highlights. So it is unrealistic for you to compare yourself in your day-to-day life to somebody's highlight reel.
Right.
Be selective with the content that you choose to view regularly on social media.
Hey, my bad for stopping it, but I definitely want to say that. First of all, right, son of God, love each other, love yourself, love your household. The devil can't compete. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that. But I definitely want to say, y'all don't let that social media get to y'all. Y'all got to understand social media exactly what it is. Social media. And most of it is just entertainment. Like 98%, you know what I'm saying? What you see on social media, most of the time ain't what it is in real life. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody showing like the hard times and nothing. Is all only the good. You know what I'm saying? Only the good and the glamour. You feel me? So y'all just be careful with that, man. That social media and broke up homes, relationships, friendships, everything, y'all. Don't let that shit get to y'all. Let's keep it going.
Because it does add up and it does contribute to how you perceive yourself over the long term.
Listen, once you realize social media is fake, you would be way better off. People get on these apps comparing their relationships to others, comparing themselves to others, and y'all don't even know what's going on off camera.
Right.
People can be rich on camera but be broke in real life. People are only gonna post the good things that are going on.
I was just listen, y'all. I ain't even seen this video. I mean, it's in here. I ain't even seen it, but I was just saying that. That's exactly what I'm talking about, y'all. Even excuse me, that's that water. But look, even the kids, man, the kids get to seeing other kids balling and doing other stuff and stunning everything, and it caused a lot of depression because some people can't take it. They be like, damn, like how did they get to that point? I want to get there and I ain't there yet. And it'll bring people down and have them depressed and stressed and everything, man. But that's why we bring this awareness to this, you know what I'm saying? Just you can't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in it, y'all.
I done seen a woman get on this app and call her man broke in front of millions of people simply because he doesn't pay for trips and they don't do nothing fun. But he's a homeowner, he has a good paying job, but he simply has a lot of debt. So he has to put his money into his business, into what he has to pay for. But she got on the internet and called him broke simply because what she sees on the internet. Simply because he can't pay for the fun things. But he's handling his personal business off camera. So she sat on this camera right here and said he was broke in front of 1 million people. And it's embarrassing. Now, how do you think that video is going to make him feel? She called him broke on camera, but he's a homeowner, has a great job, but he's paying off his debt.
Make him feel
And
like
then she had the nerve to say, oh, he has a great personality, though. He has a great personality, trying to butter it up. But you just called this man broke and put y'all business out there in front of 1 million people.
Juanita,
get off the internet, bro. For real.
I keep on seeing on the internet the term AGI, and I got me wondering what exactly is the difference between AI and AGI. So AGI first stands for Artificial General Intelligence. And the whole thing with AGI is that it will be able to, theoretically speaking anyways, match or exceed human intelligence. So it can perform cognitive tasks. So unlike AI, AGI would be able to learn and adapt to new tasks on its own. It doesn't need to complete one task or be told to complete one task. It can continue to evolve on its own, such as learning new languages. And I think something that's super interesting is when you search up the term AGI, you will see old articles, even from 2020, where they all were saying the same thing: AGI will never be possible. Fast forward to today, when you search up AI or AGI, you will see all the articles, and experts now are saying how this will happen in the next very short amount of time. It just goes to show you how quickly tech is evolving, and we really do not know what's next.
I think I might have got this from you, Marcus, for sure. That video right
You
there.
want to know what my first patent was? The entire AR, VR world was built off of my first patent that was abandoned. If you would pull up my World of Windows patent, I think it's one of the first patents up.
Man, this crazy right here, y'all. I had to stop it for a second, but Terrence Howard, like, he got a patent. I went and checked to make sure. I'm like, man, make sure he wasn't capping. Terrence Howard, he had the first patent on like the VR goggles and everything that everybody doing right now, the Apple and I forgot the name of the other ones, you know what I'm saying? The other ones that's bigger than Apple, but he had the patent and he ain't received a penny from nothing. But let's check it out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. I thought he was tripping for a second, but let's go.
There, I want you to see where your AR, VR world came from. And you look at the list of companies that has cited, and didn't just cite it, they built their entire AR, VR world off of my World of Windows patent. Can you pull that up, Jamie? So you go and look over to, you'll see my name, inventor, Terrence Deshaun Howard. Worldwide application, and let's just read the abstract just so they'll...
System and method for merging virtual reality and reality. Let's scroll it so I can see it. To provide an enhanced sensory experience. A system and method of merging virtual reality sensory detail from a remote site into a room environment at a local site.
Now you see
this is all you.
Yeah, this look at the inventor. Go up a little bit and slide over. It says Terrence Deshaun Howard.
Yeah.
Worldwide patent 2010. It was abandoned. Now go to cited by. You see that 131, and look at all the companies. And if you look at the patent, these companies have all earned. They have multi-billion-dollar companies they've built off of my patent. Just roll through.
Sony, Microsoft, Amazon,
Hewlett Packard.
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. IBM, and it's still making money. This patent has earned over $7 trillion.
Damn. And you didn't get a piece.
And I haven't gotten a penny of it. When they did all of the Black Lives Matter, like Raytheon Company. And IBM, if you...
Crazy.
And...
Man, if y'all don't give Terrence Howard a couple dollars, all them companies he just named, come on now, y'all. What y'all gonna make him go through a process, try to sue everybody? It's so many, he just named so many companies, man. It costs so much just to probably try to bring a lawsuit on y'all, and then all these powerful companies and everything, you know how it be. Excuse me, you go against them. He probably like, man, shit, he in a bad position right now, but at least he put it out on video, so people like us, and it's coming across some people desk that's seeing it and everything. Like, man, get that man a couple dollars, man. Y'all made trillions and trillions of dollars. Y'all ain't gave that man no money or nothing for his patent, his idea, his creation. Y'all took it, ran with it. Come on, man, give him a couple dollars. Damn, crazy.
It still has another 9 years. Another 8 years in which I would be making money off it. But what they didn't know is they didn't understand is how it was really supposed to work. So they've just been taking this gun and been using it as a bat. And if they wanted to know, I could show them how it really, really works. But this is proof that my stuff
is
legit.
And see, he probably ain't tripping too much because, you know, Terrence Howard already rich. You know what I'm saying? But he rich, but he ain't rich like he's supposed to be with that patent, but he already straight. So he probably like, man, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a good life. I ain't tripping, but that was crazy. But man, I missed y'all. It was great today seeing everybody, man, tapping back in. I'm gonna get back on it, uploading and doing streams regular, and we gonna keep learning and everything. Y'all back on wave, energy back good, household back good. Everything good, man. Just, I appreciate everybody, man. Much love to all y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. Salute to all my moderators, content management, everybody in here. I missed everybody. We gonna keep it going, man. Peace and love to everybody. I'm gonna see y'all soon, like real soon. So, what's up, Tila? But I see y'all in a minute, man. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV, and I appreciate everybody that's checking on me and everything. Make sure everything was all good on that little week off or whatever it was, but we back on it, y'all. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace.
Fam over.